So, just a quick refresher course for anyone who hasn't seen the Into the Mind of series explanation. This is just a nice little series where I talk about my personal opinions on the character, their story, and all that jazz, whilst playing how that character specifically is depicted in lore, with their perk loadouts and my gameplay. So, keep in mind, the perks I'm using do not have to be their teachables, but as long as it relates to that character in question, it's perfectly fine. I'll explain my reasonings and why that is, and we'll also delve into my personal opinions on that character. So, let's begin without further ado. Here we have the perfect tool for the entity, an apex hunter with no other ulterior motives, no desires to experiment, no need for revenge, just pure brutality. This apex hunter has no need to kill for vengeance or for pure pleasure. Its only reason for hunting is because it's its animal instincts. It doesn't drag anything out. It doesn't pull it on to an extreme degree. It's the perfect hunter. No compassion. Just pure and undeniable results. That is the power that we have with us. That is the Demogorgon. Now, let's head into the mind of this creature of the abyss. The Demogorgon is going to be a pretty interesting case, considering it doesn't exactly have a personality outside of Apex Predator. We're going to have to run its loadouts based on its lore, based on how it exactly kills and runs in the series Stranger Things. So let's start off. The Demogorgon has an amazing ability to sense blood, being able to track and locate its targets even in the upside down. So we gave it the perk that correlates with that the best, Bloodhound. Allowing blood to appear more visible, this will increase our hunting capabilities and mirror the Demogorgon's tracking. Next up, we take example for the Demogorgon's ability to split people up, as it's done with Will, Barbara, and Nancy. So we decided the perk that's going to be the best for splitting and dividing up survivors would be Knockout. Upon hitting a survivor with a basic attack, they lose their ability to see people, crawl slower, and without being within 16 meters, none of their teammates could see them, just like they have been taken into the upside down. Next up, a key statement of the Demogorgon, its ability to mess with technology around it when it was entering the real world or when its presence is known. For this, we're using its own teachable, Surge. With Surge, anytime you down a survivor with a basic attack, any generators in your vicinity will receive 8% regression and start regressing, proving that when the Demogorgon's presence is known, all technology around it will be disrupted. Finally, last but not least, we have a perk that mirrors the Demogorgon's ability to stealthily take people away, as it was able to take all of its victims, kidnapping them away. We have Dark Devotion. This would allow us to hit the obsession and transfer our terror radius, gaining the undetectable status, allowing us to sneak up to any unsuspecting survivors and steal them away in the dead of Dead by Daylight. So now that we have our build together, one that may not connect with its personality, but connect with its methodology in the game and its instincts and capabilities, let us delve into the mind of the Demogorgon, or, as I like to call him, Demogorgon, or as other people like to say, the Demo Pupper. When it comes down to it, it's why the Demogorgon is threatening. The Demogorgon isn't restricted by being sadistic, it's efficient. It doesn't drag it out, it doesn't look for the best way to kill or doesn't have any motive of revenge that will cause it to go after that person in a specific way. Its straight up MO is it hunts the most efficient way, it kills the most efficient way. You could get a lot of mileage out of that. That's the thing about efficiency. Efficiency is deadly. With the killer who always picks the sadistic route, there's a chance you could wiggle free, there's a chance you could escape from your bindings whilst he's preparing his next torture method. You can't do that with a killer who's just straight up efficient. They don't spend hours meshing around on a kill. It's... this is what's going to kill you. This is the efficient way to do it. There is no reasonings. It doesn't need revenge, so it doesn't need to kill you in a way that would be the most ironic. All it does is it gets its kill. Easy and efficient. That was a waste of a pallet, but there. And that in question makes the Demogorgon probably one of the scariest killers to go up against, because there's no reasoning with something like that. You can reason with other killers by, like, in a mindset, appealing to their nature. There is nothing Demogorgon for you to appeal to. It's an apex hunter. It does its hunting. And that will always be, in my opinion, the most scariest thing about Demo. Is that there's really nothing you can do when the Demo's after you. As a hunter, it serves its purpose to hunt. That's it. Serving that purpose is its MO. Once it's done that, game over. What you gotta do? Convince the thing that its natural instinct is to kill, not to kill you? Where you're gonna find the time to loosen your binds and sneak around when it doesn't give you that time. It doesn't give you that luxury. That's the thing with a cold and efficient killer. You could fight it 20 different ways, but there's not much you could do when it's barreling down at you. I haven't seen you, Steve. It being cold, it being ruthless, it being efficient is what makes it so deadly. Because you can, in a sense, probably reason with the Legion. You could take advantage of the sadism of a certain killer to probably give you some time to escape. There is no workaround to a killer that is just straight up, you get screwed. That's it, you're fighting Demogorgon, you get screwed. There's no ifs, ands, or maybes about it. That is what is dangerous about apex predators. Alright, let's eat this decisive strike. Alright, you're heading to a super strong area. I'm not gonna waste my time on that. Like, running to that area is practically asking to be run around like most of the game. Sure, the teleported to the other gen quicker, but hindsight's a bitch. Anyway, so in the most efficient sense of the word, what do you do? Yeah, I'm not gonna chase you, especially when you're just hiding in a really strong loop, dude. Why would I go after you when you just brought me to a strong loop? Decisive. Let's go. Now let's finish off Meg. Tap, you have a lot of balls over that. I'm probably gonna have to go back and hit that gen though. Is it still sparking? Yeah, it's still sparking. That gen on that side's the wild card though. And Tap's already used his decisive. Was that Steve? Shite. Doesn't matter, he doesn't have it. So yeah, quick and efficient. That's how we're playing. Should probably go check on that gen though if I'm talking about quick and efficient. Alright, let's go up here. Steve's probably on it by himself. Oh no, no one's on it. That thing's regressed. Well, not regressed, it's been hit with Surge. No one's touched it afterwards. They're probably... Yeah, they're probably starting to go mercy. Oh! Nope. Someone's actually doing something. It was a quick touch and they left. See, this is the one thing. The second, like, you've now taken down, they don't have the strength to just power through. So now they are genuinely worried. Like, before, they were just going back and touching gens, like, repeatedly afterwards. They're too scared to do that now. Efficient hunter. Oh, man, hey. Now, whilst I do that to you, is Steve gonna try anything? Doesn't appear that he is. Either he already knows where Hatch is, or he's just waiting. Yeah, he's probably knows where Hatch is, just waiting for you to die. I mean, it would be my major kink if you led me to Hatch. Okay, there you are. Oh wow, you are not running a safe area. minute I got to inform you, no life. Alright, let's do that. Zone you away from any potential areas. Scan. Stevie, my boy, where are you? So yeah. With an apex predator like Demogorgon, there's not much you could do to like counter him. He's just, I'm going to hunt you guys down because that is my job. And that is scary. I've always found in horror a force you can't reason with, like, or try to explain things to be the scariest force ever. Because you can reason with something with compassion. You could try to hope that something who is sadistic is going to drag it out enough for you to be saved. Maybe in the movies, the killer who drags out the torture drags it out too much or miscalculates because of how much they're dragging out and they get caught. Demogorgon just doesn't offer that. There is no time dragged out. There is no nothing like that. You're caught by Demogorgon, it's going to efficiently hunt you down because that's what it does. That's its MO. That gives the potential for Demogorgon to probably be the most threatening killer out there, because what do you do? How do you reason with it? You can't hope for that moment of sadism to screw them over. You can't hope for the compassion to stop them from killing you. There's nothing. There's provided nothing for you to escape, nothing for you to do anything like that. In the end, the best you could hope for is that the Demogorgon just kills you off in an efficiently least painful manner. You don't know how it's gonna attack you. You just gotta hope, hey, I hope it's quick and painless when it does. That is scary. Now, I wonder if Steve's gonna go for the sabers. He's just waiting around for Hatch. Okay, he's going for the save. She went off that way. I don't know if Steve followed her. Okay, yeah, Steve went off a completely different route. He went off around here. Yes, he went off around here. One thing I do love about Bloodhound, it really helps when discerning scratch marks. Tracking is efficient. So, I guess technically we should have just gone off with a bleeding target, because, you know, Demogorgon. You do like sneaking around, don't you, Steve? Ah, dead hard game. I forgot about that. Honestly, sometimes I just forget dead hard game. Min's on a gen. Props to her. Props to you, Min, for going on a gen. I mean, in the long run, it's not going to help you out much, but again, major props. You could have just said screw it and left Steve to his own devices. If she's smart, she'd run to an exit gate. That would be the smartest course of action. Unless she has a key. If she has a key, she could just 100 IQ and just go for the hatch after I closed it. But she most definitely knows where it is. Just gonna pat down the portals over here. She might have started just going for that gate. If she did, props to her on that smart play. So, how would I rate Demogorgon in comparison to all the other killers? Pretty well. Again, normally men I'd let you get, but ruthless efficient hunter. So, yeah. I'd say in comparison, Demogorgon is probably one of my favorites just because of how threatening Demogorgon would actually be in a real life circumstance. Because, as I said, you can't reason with it. You can't hope that you could switch its anger onto something else. Demogorgon just hunts its prey. Yeah, so what is there to say lore-wise about Demogorgon? Well, in all honesty, Demogorgon is probably an interesting killer, as I said. I love it in terms of theme. Thematically, the killer that can't be reasoned with, that is just pure animal instinct, is nice. Execution-wise, doesn't really make very good lore tidbits. Because outside of saying, the demo boy hunt you down, there's not much you could really say about it. It doesn't really have an MO or motive or anything like that. It just did you dead hard that, Nancy? Dead hard for distance, I guess. It basically just hunts people down. Oh, 2 gens were blocked off. I have no idea what that is. Yeah, so outside of that, you can't really do anything with the story. It's an apex hunter, yes, but what do you say outside of that? Because I could go on a full ramble about how the Demogorgon loves tummy rubs, but it doesn't make it true. There's not much context to describe. I have no idea what that is. There's not much context to describe how the Demogorgon would behave outside of a value of hunter and prey. You could go on with as many platitudes as you want, saying that the Demogorgon is a cool and interesting killer concept because of this, this, and this, but we don't know. We know next to nothing about the Demogorgon. I'm assuming that was sprint first. So, how would I contain the idea of demo? Demo's definitely in... Oh, Killer Shack palette. That's what was thrown down. I have next to no idea why, but fair, David. So yeah, for the standards of lore, Demogorgon doesn't really bring anything new to the table. It's... The shit did I hit? Oh, the stupid water pump. It's an apex hunter. Does it fit that role well? Yeah, does it really do anything with that? Not really, it just... You get the notion that it's an apex hunter and it kind of just lives and dies on that. I can't really blame them because there's not much you could do with that. You can't say Demo likes tummy rubs, he's very affectionate and very friendly. Because all in all, we have no clue how the demo operates. Does that make it a bad character? No, as I said. Thematically, it's very interesting. If you're talking from a standpoint of themes versus execution, Demogorgon will excel. He has amazing themes. And even better execution of it, but outside of its themes, which are very minor and minute, it doesn't really do anything to stand out. Might occasionally do the stabby stab and it's bloodthirsty, and that's kind of all you get when it comes to story. Does that make Demo a bad killer? No. Does it make him a good one? No. To me, Demo lives and dies on the fact that I whiffed that. Dead hard. As a killer, there's not much to say about him. There's a character with good themes but iffy execution hold up to a character with good lore story. Because you can go basically either way with it. I'm just swinging at this stage. I need to actually take a breather and calm down before I swing. Yeah, she's going to a really annoying loop, so I'm just gonna select it. God, I am bad. Screw it, not gonna waste my time on that. I don't know why you chose to jump up again. Yeah, she's on a safe loop. She really wants to follow that safe loop. Because that's the thing, with a safe loop, she's gonna run right back into that safe area. I mean, I can't blame her, it's safe. Screw it, I'm just gonna go after Nancy, not worth it. I only more on Death Hook. The two people I have on Death Hook just conveniently decide to hang out with each other. a Nazi. Tasty, boy. Anyway, my sales pitch aside. Hello, David. I have no idea what a hatch is, though. I thought I heard her. There we go. He ran back on that gen. You are ballsy if you think you could finish that. Good sir, I give you this one. Very good. I cannot take that away from you. Stupid, but ballsy. So in essence, if you're rating demo on a character of themes... God, I love Bloodhound. I might as well more you. If I'm rating Demogorgon on the terms of how I think of him as a character, his themes are excellent. His general lore story is, well, let's say bad to say the least. Design, pretty good. Honestly, if I'd have to rank him out of my clothes, Demo's definitely my top 5. A cold killer, but an interesting one. At least from a design standpoint. From a lore standpoint, let's be honest, he's not all that.